And welcome. There we go. Welcome everybody to tonight's last November 2023 Monday night meeting, team call. Almost said opportunity meeting. My name is Dr. John Jelinek. If you guys don't know me, I'm EC1 from the great state of North Dakota, about as close to the Canadian border as you can get and still be alive. It's about 11 degrees here, so all of you in the southern states, enjoy that. I hope you are having a great time, and I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. I don't know about you, but we finally had a little downtime, so it's nice to rest, relax, get together with family, and being very thankful for everything the last few years has given us. Even more thankful with LifeVantage. And today another present came in the mail with my EC1 little trophy thing I got. So they just keep coming in the mail, which is great to see. So welcome to the call. This is going to be very much like a potluck. And if you guys have heard of that, I don't know if it's a Midwest thing or if you've heard of a potluck before, but we're going to do our meeting a little bit potluck style, meaning my beautiful team, I have a few people that are going to come to the table and deliver some fantastic information. Before we get to that, I want to just cover a few announcements. And before I get to that, welcome to all the new people on this team. You guys are in for a treat. We got a lot of good things happening at the end of the year and to start the new year as well. So just a few announcements and then we're going to get right to it. Remember, after this, Monday, Activate Wellness with Presidential Carrie Dickey, 8 p.m. Central Time. And then we got a lot of opportunity Zooms. Tomorrow, Carrie Dickey, Brandon Cunningham, Greg Deeker. Wednesday the 29th, our very own Marisa will be talking, Sherry Martin. Thursday the 30th, Courtney Hawkins, Tara Wilson, Jenny Crane. All these are going to be found in they're even calling for us right now. You're going to find a lot of these in the One Person Big Difference announcements. So take a look there, make sure you're following along with what's happening. There's a lot of stuff getting thrown at you. Tuesday, Momentum on the US LifeVantage Consultants page. It's going to be Zoom or Facebook. Wednesday, welcome to LifeVantage new consultant training. Make sure you get a hold of that too for the new consultants. They're going to review the back office, the fast track bonuses, etc. And that's 7 p.m. Mountain Time on Wednesday. A lot of other stuff with Wednesday Wellness, Activate Thursday, and What the Health. So just make sure you guys are keeping posted on the Facebook page for all the announcements that are coming. And also, I'm going to plug events because events change lives. If you guys aren't signed up for the January Global Kickoff 2024, register for that in your back office. For the new people, if you don't know how, make sure you ask your upline so we can help you get registered for that. And Momentum Academy Nashville, March 14th through the 16th. You definitely want to be there and be at the live events. It's so great that we can finally get back together and see people face to face. I think we need to have an extra day in there because just a few days is not enough when we get to see everybody. It's a lot of fun. Moving on to that, the biggest news of today is the promo. For all of you that have seen that for the next, 4 days it's going to run. It's the promo for the True Pout, which is a moisturizer and exfoliant system. Guys, it's mistletoe season. We're going to want to butter up these lips, right? We got a big month of December here, and so you want to make sure that you're recommending this to people. But the promo is $100. If you spend $100 in LifeVantage product, you're going to get the free True Pout system. If you spend $150 with product, you'll get the free Pout plus free shipping. So definitely take a look at that. And what better way to talk about promos is our very own Erin Beck. She's an MC3. She's from Grand Forks, North Dakota. Guys, she got 3rd place at our last convention for 2nd month orders. Erin is the promo queen. I'm going to turn it over to her so she can tell you a little bit about the promo. And Erin, you told me this earlier. Tell them, and I'm just say it, tell them what you did already today with this promo that just ran.
Thanks, John. I thought I'd set the tone with my lovely blue Christmas tree that's in my room. It makes me very happy and brings me lots of joy. With promos, they are so important. And I always think, so to answer your question, I sold 2,000 of volume today with customers. I had one person upgrade from customer to consultant, but all the volume that I got were people, my current customers. capitalizing on the promo today and then an adjunct to what I threw on. So I'll kind of explain that. I love to shop. And so when I set up promos, I'm always like, okay, what would get me to buy something? And it's usually like a pressure situation, right? So like, think about yourself scrolling on Facebook. What do you see? Ooh, there's like a big timer with a big sale. Oh, buy this before the end of the timer, or the first 5 get it. So I try to be creative. And I've actually had customers reach out to me and say, I love the promos that you do. Thanks for doing that. You take such good care of us and you make it really fun. And so that's what it's about, fun, but at the same time, you're reinvesting in your business, right? So when I first started doing promos, I was like, ooh, okay, I'm putting out some money here for this. And I keep thinking of it as reinvesting. But if you think about it, I'm kind of a math nerd. So we have an 80% retention rate with our products, and most people end up stopping the products, not because they don't work, but because of costs, right? It's going to happen. But 80% retention rate is pretty amazing. So if you have 10 customers and say that you give them $20 off their first month of a healthy glow stack, right? So you're going to capitalize on that investment, because if 80% of them remain on it, that is going to keep producing income for you. Plus, it's going to help them get on the product. Our goal is to get them on the product, because we know once they get on it, they're going to love it and they're going to want to stay on it, right? And then they're going to tell their friends and you're going to get referrals. But if you can at least get them to try the product, you know that 8 out of 10, based on the statistic, are going to stay on the product. So that's my goal, is to do like promos to get them on the product. So the first month, I may lose my commission that first month when I run a really good promo, but it's worth it to me because they're staying on the product. And so to me, it was so like rewarding at convention when I got 3rd place for that second month subscription, because it proved to me that what I'm doing and all that I'm doing to reinvest into my business is working. It's getting people the health products that they need for their health, but it's also keeping them on the product and helping my business grow. Also, I would say with promos, I include my team in them. I try to be generous that way because I want my team to be successful and to help them get customers that stay on the product. So we do a lot of team promotions as well. Be creative. You do what you want. As far as even a promo to, if you refer somebody to me and they order, I'm going to send you $1. So then they are going to be talking to their friends about the products, right? So there's tons of promos you can do. The bottom line is promos, try them, try something little and do an adjunct with the promo that we have now, because it's going to get people fired up. Put a good time limit on it. Don't make it a week-long promo, because people will not be as engaged or excited about it. And think about what gets you to buy something when you're out shopping.
Love it. Thanks, Erin. Awesome. One thing I forgot to mention in Canada too, the holiday haul here for them, spend $130 and you're going to get a free red raspberry Axio. Spend $150, you get free shipping with that as well.
It's 137. There was a typo. It's
137.
Yeah.
Thank you. So from that, if you look at that promo and you were going to add a healthy glow stack, you're going to get the True Renew for 40% off, right? Then you're going to get the True Pouch system and then free shipping. So I think it's a great promo that we're running, that we can promote the healthy glow stack. And I'm going to turn it over now to a great friend of mine from Grand Forks, Tamara Layton. She's an MC3 up there, and she knows the ins and outs of the healthy glow stack. So she's going to hit you with a little bit of science and then how to talk about this with people during the holiday season, and to kind of break it down a little bit from the science aspect to just sharing this naturally. So Tamara, go for it.
Thanks, John. Thanks for letting me be part of this call tonight. You know, as John and I were kind of talking and trying to figure out kind of how we wanted to approach this and wanted to just kind of do something new and fresh, really thought it'd be kind of different just to kind of do a little bit of role play. I know people are really busy during the holiday season, you guys, but I find that people are maybe even a little more receptive to connecting, you know, having that coffee that you've been talking about, having them over to the house. And maybe now you finally get that opportunity to share with them. They've been wanting to ask, you've been wanting to share. And so I thought I'd just kind of go through, you know, what I do, which is very similar to my presentation. So maybe there won't be anything like big wow or different that you hear. But what I've found is when I hear something that resonates with me, I figure that it's probably going to resonate with someone else. And I try to, many times I'll even just jot it down and try to incorporate that into how I'm visiting with someone. So I like to start out really by setting people up to understand that what they're about to hear is very different, that it's unique, because so many times we try to incorporate new information through a filter that we already understand, right? We're trying to process that. So I want them to expect that there's something different. And for me, I've found a way that I like to kind of start that conversation off by literally saying that this is disruptive innovation. It's disruptive innovation in the nutritional health and wellness space. And because I want you guys to think about really, when was the last time that there was an essential vitamin that was discovered? Vitamin B12 was discovered in 1948. So that means that, you know, in the last 70 to 80 years, we've known everything that the human body needs to function, right? We've not seen anything new out there. The only thing that we're seeing is just a new spin on old technology. So this liposomal, you know, vitamin C, glutathione, they're adding sulforaphane to our turmeric. They're just trying to increase the bioavailability of that nutrient deficiency to the cell. So there's not been anything new. There's not been anything innovative, not until the founding of LifeVantage with the science of nutrigenomics, which is simply nutrition molecules working to turn on health promoting genes. And most people would be surprised to find out that the story of LifeVantage is well over 50 years in the making. Dr. Joe McCord, the scientist that actually discovered our flagship product, he discovered a molecule called superoxide dismutase in the late 60s. And that's better known as SOD in the nutrition world. That's actually an antioxidant enzyme that our body, our cells, actually more specifically our genes make. So prior to that discovery, you know, what our foundational understanding of antioxidant supplements was that, you know, we would take them in through our diet, or we would take them in through secondary supplementation. We had no understanding that our cells actually made antioxidant enzymes to fight free radicals. Okay, so that was monumental. It was huge. Dr. Joe McCord then spent decades of his career trying to synthetically reproduce that molecule. He was never able to bring it to market because of all the, you know, side effects that come along with something like that synthetic of that nature. So he then turned his attention to nature and brought together our flagship product, synergistic herbs, 5 different herbs, nutrition molecules working to turn on those health promoting genes. And the crazy thing is, I'm old enough to remember ABC Primetime. And soon after that product launched in 2003, they actually reached out to the company. They wanted to do an investigative report, and they wanted to do an investigative report because along with the launch of that Protandim NRF2, that little yellow activator, came a very bold claim that it can reduce oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days, 70% with continued use. So they wanted to come out and they wanted to debunk that claim. And I'm going to play a short little clip for you because it's really foundational for the story of LifeVantage and understanding where this company came from. Play the clip. Wasn't that crazy? Wasn't that exciting to you as well? You know what I find incredibly just unbelievable is not only were they unable to debunk that claim, John Quinones, did you check it out? His oxidative stress dropped 45% in 2 weeks. They actually validated that claim. So the point is there's nothing like this. There's no anti-aging supplement. There's no antioxidant out there that can do anything like this Protandim NRF2 can do, which is reduce oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. And it does that not because it's a traditional antioxidant. This is the first to market gene activator that speaks to your DNA, telling your body to make your own God-given antioxidants, neutralizing those free radicals by the millions per second, every second. And if I compare that to something that you might understand, foundationally, as far as antioxidants, you'd have to eat 11 pounds of blueberries or drink something like 89 glasses of wine, consume 120 vitamin C tablets, right? So again, there's nothing like this out in the market. And after that ABC played, that it actually aired in 2005, there were medical universities and institutes that wanted to do their own research. If you go to a site called pubmed.gov, and I want you to write that down because you're going to need it later. If you go to that site, that's our National Library of Medicine. It's where a scientist would go. It's where a physician would go. That's where Darren went when we found out about this. And what you're going to find there is peer-reviewed evidence-based literature. And if you type in Protandim, there's 28 articles to date on that site. And some of the universities and the medical institutions that you'll find that have attached their name to the research on this little yellow activator are the American Heart Association, Louisiana State University, Ohio State, Harvard did a rat study on muscular dystrophy. The National Institute of Aging did a 10-year taxpayer-funded study, and they found that Protandim NRF2, this gene activator, was the only all-natural supplement that actually extended lifespan. 7% in male mice, that's 5 years for you and I. Hey, I'll take that, right? And the company, they didn't just stop there. This is one of our newest activators, one of our newest biohacking activators. It's our liquid collagen. And this collagen is unique in that it really approaches skin and collagen health in 3 unique ways. It activates, it replenishes, or it supplements, and it also maintains. It actually activates the genes that are responsible for collagen synthesis. And it replenishes with 10 collagen peptides. What I found is the majority of the collagens on the market are replenishing with anywhere between 1, 2, at most, I think 3, and 10 different peptides. That's important because each peptide really is beneficial in a specific way to the body. And then it actually helps maintain your collagen by downregulating the gene that's responsible for that collagen degradation. And this is really a big deal. And as I've been researching this out and understanding more and more about collagen, collagen is the most abundant protein in the body. It's the primary building block of our body, not just for skin and hair and nails, but for our muscles and for our, for our connective tissue and for our ligaments and for our bones and joints. But it's also found in your organs, in your blood vessels, and your intestinal lining. So this is really, really a big deal. And the company actually made it liquid. I know a lot of them on the market are powdered, but they made it liquid because it's really more bioavailable. A collagen protein molecule is really hard to break down and digest. And when this launched, it's been a little over a year, I think it's almost a year and a half. The company saw such incredible results. The testimonies that were coming out about these two together, you guys, were just phenomenal, even better than the company even expected. And so they wanted to find out the science behind the why of what was going on with these two. And so they did a study on this duo, which actually came out this last July. Not only did it confirm the science on these two products, that again, this gene activator, this NRF2, is basically turning on your antioxidant factories, cleaning the garbage up out of the cell, and that this collagen is not only replacing, but it's really even teaching your cells how to make collagen, as well as help to maintain your collagen. But these two and the synergies were absolutely mind-blowing. What they did is they actually helped balance out that stress response, really enhanced our own innate immune system, the immune system that we're born with. We want our immune system to be able to actually, launch an appropriate response when we are, we're dealing with an invader or with a virus, but we also want it to be able to come back down to a normal level when it needs to. So this is really a game changer in my mind. I mean, we've had a lot to deal with in regards to just kind of what's happened in the last few years. So this is an incredible product. And I wouldn't be a friend if I didn't tell you about this. This is the newest kid on the block. This one is our plant-based retinol that is essentially 4 times stronger, more effective than a medical grade retinol. This is absolutely incredible. It's like having 11 serums in one. I love this. I think I might even love it more than the collagen, to be honest with you. This, I love it because you get real results. It was clinically proven to help with 11 different signs of aging. This is actually even a cleaner, kinder formula. You know what? Not only to my skin, because of the harsh effects, but one of the ingredients that they used in this is cranberry biopeptides, which actually is a waste product from juicing cranberries. And I think it's just really neat that they've been able to find through science that, the biopeptides, there's a lot of health benefits to our skin with that. And so just really just clean and kind to our planet, right? And then, the results are lasting and they're rapid. The very first time that I use this, honestly, my skin, I could tell a difference in within a couple weeks. Just my complexion, the clarity, fine lines. I'll have to show you a picture because it's absolutely incredible. And maybe the thing that really gets me about this, really gets me excited about this, is this product, even though it's strong enough to stand alone, this product really amplifies and enhances what's going on with these two activators, that deep cellular activation, the production of that collagen. This is really helping to use that collagen, at the very best, really helping the structure of that collagen. So these products, I can't tell you how excited I am about them. I love these products, and there's an incredible promo that's going on right now. And that's all I've got.
Awesome. Thank you, Tamara.
I'm not sure how much time I took. He told me to take at least 10 minutes. You know what, you guys, I guess my point would be find your words. I remember when Michelle Poe said long ago, write it down if you have to. Find your words, the things that resonate with you, kind of make it your own script. And I really go off, if you've ever heard me before, I kind of go off the same script every single time, because that's what I feel comfortable with, and I can feel confident in delivering that. And I think that makes a big difference.
And it all depends who you're talking to, right? Tamara is very
Right,
science-based. Tamara loves the science. So, not everybody's going to be able to regurgitate that. But like Tamara said, find your words, and, it depends who you're talking to and what their background is as well, right? So thank you, Tamara. That is fantastic. All right, you guys, on to our third place. This is like dessert here. And I'm going to tell you, Sean Michelle, my favorite person in Sioux Falls, who is also my sister, is going to kind of close this out for us. And you guys, we got 3 days in November left and a month of December. Have you reached your goals that you set out back in January? And if you didn't write them down, or if you didn't, you can't find them, go look for them. But Susie, she's an MC too. She's been in this for, I don't even know how many years now, to be honest. A long time. Took her a while to finally listen to me and sign up as a distributor back then and recommend this, but she is kicking butt. She's got 5 kids at home, and she does this business. So if there's people out there that say that you don't have time, talk to my sister, because I can't even have a conversation with her sometimes, because all I hear is kids in the background screaming and crying. I just call her back later. So how she builds this business is beyond me. Lots of respect for you, Susie. Share what you got.
Thanks, John. Okay, you guys, who is hungry? Okay, so this past holiday weekend, my parents were visiting, and my dad said, "You gotta be hungry." Anybody heard that before? And I knew exactly who he was talking about, and many of you probably have heard of this man too. But if any of you have heard of Les Brown, you know this story. If you haven't heard of Mr. Brown, you will not forget him after this. Go ahead, John.
I think you need to unmute, John.
Sorry.
You're good. Been there, done that.
I'm going back. All right.
But life,
Good.
you've got to be hungry. And so I started working to develop myself. He said, I want you to practice every day being a disc jockey. I said, but I don't have any job now. He said, it doesn't matter. He said that it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have an opportunity and not be prepared. So every day I was working to develop myself. And that's what you must do. And as I was working to develop myself, I applied for a job as a disc jockey, WMBM on Miami Beach. I went to a guy named Milton Butterball. I said, how you doing, Mr. Butterball? I'd like to get a job as a disc jockey. He looked at me, he said, do you have any broadcast background? I said, no, sir, I don't. Do you have any journalism background? I said, no, sir, I don't. He said, we don't have any jobs available. I said, yes, sir. I went back to Mr. Washington and I told him, he said, don't take it personally. He said, most people are so negative, they will have to say no 7 times before they say yes. He said, go back again. So I went back again. I said, how you doing, Mr. Butterball? My name is Les Brown. He said, I know what your name is. What do you want? I said, I'd like to know whether or not you have any jobs at disc jockey, sir. He said, didn't I just tell you yesterday we didn't have any jobs? I said, yes, sir, but I know whether or not somebody got laid off or somebody was fired, sir. He said, no one was laid off or fired. Now get on out of here. I came back the next day. Hello, Mr. Butterball. How are you? He said, fine. What do you want now? I said, I'd like to know whether or not you got any jobs, sir. Didn't I tell you the last 2 days we didn't have any jobs? I said, yes, sir, but I don't know whether or not somebody got sick or somebody died, sir. He said, no one got sick or died. Now don't come back here and throw me out again. I came back the next day like I was seeing you for the first time. I said, hello, Mr. Butterball, how are you? He looked at me with rage. He said, go get me some coffee. I said, yes, sir. And I went to get him some coffee. After a while, I would get their lunch and dinner, and I would go in the control rooms and take the disc jockeys their food, and I would not leave until they would ask me to leave. Then they started trusting me to pick up entertainers that came to town. Entertainers like the Four Tops and the Temptations and Diana Ross and the Supremes. I would drive them all over Miami Beach in the disc jockeys' big long Cadillacs. I didn't have any driver's license, but I was driving like I had some. And one day, one Saturday afternoon, while I was at the radio station, a guy named Rock was drinking while he was on the air. I was the only one there, looking at him through the control room windows, walking back and forth, young, ready, and hungry. I was saying, drink, Rock, drink. Drink, Rock. I'd have gone to get him some more if he'd asked me to. Pretty soon the phone rang and it was the general manager. And I answered the phone. I said, hello. He said, Les, this is Mr. Klein. I said, I know. He said, Rock can't finish his program. I said, I know. He said, would you call one of the other DJs in? I said, yes, sir. I hung the phone up. I said, now he must think I'm crazy. I called my mom and my girlfriend, Cassandra. I said, y'all turn up the radio and come out on the front porch. I'm about to come on the air. I waited for about 20 minutes and I called him back. I said, Mr. Klein, I can't find nobody. He said, young boy, do you know how to work the controls? I said, yes, sir. He said, go in there and don't say nothing here. I said, yes, sir. I couldn't wait to get behind those controls. I put on an old Stevie Wonder record called Fingertips. I sat down behind that turntable. I said, look out, this is me, LB Triple P. Les Brown, your platter playing papa. There were none before me, there will be none after me. Therefore, that makes me the one and only. Young and single and love to mingle, certified, bona fide, indubitably qualified to bring you satisfaction, a whole lot of action. Look out, baby, I'm your love man. I was hungry. Hungry. You gotta be hungry. You gotta be hungry.
You got to be hungry, you guys. Okay, so as we end this month of November and start the last month of 2023. I can hardly believe that. I just want to remind you all that in whatever season of life you are in as a consultant for this company, for LifeVantage, whether you became a consultant to bless other people as far as their health goes, whether it was just to bless your health and to get a discount on the products, whether it was to be able to pay for your own products, maybe it was because you knew that you could help pay for your car payment, right? Your mortgage payment. Whether it was because you knew that this is a vehicle that you wanted to ride to get out of your job, right? Or get your spouse out of their position, their job. Just borrow the belief of Les Brown, borrow the belief of others until you get there. And I want to let this be your encouragement, your Monday motivation, your inspiration, whatever it may be, to help fuel you to the end of the year where you're most hungry. So you decide, you can control how fast you go from now until the end of the year. A lot of people slow down, you guys, because it's the holidays, there's family, there's so many activities. And I know it. I know that, I mean, my family is so busy and I have a ton of excuses, right? But you decide where you want to be at. Again, 1 month until 2024. So borrow that belief and let's make it a good one. And and let's at least finish November strong and roll into December just running our socks off. That's all I got.
Awesome. Thank you, Susie. Thank you, Tamara. Thank you, Aaron. You guys, like Susie said, 3 days left in November, 1 month left in December. People are on their knees right now. They're looking for a prayer. They're looking for extra income and they're looking to improve their health because guess what January is, right? It's Happy New Year. We're all going to want to get into shape. So we're always going to want to improve our health. We're going to want to improve our finances. Now's the time. Let's kick some butt in the last month and 3 days we got left. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys have a wonderful Monday evening. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you guys so much. So good. Love you.